This one, get in there.
Get on the fucking floor! Get on the fucking floor! Get on the fucking floor! Freeze! Fall down! Face fucking front! I used to do it every day until it's the outside. Face the fucking front! Do it!
So here's my point. This guy Saddam is probably the biggest threat to Arab Muslims that exist on the planet today.
Right.
He's probably killed more Muslims than anyone on the planet today.
Question. Yeah.
No question about it. So Al Jazeera should be reporting him as that rather than protecting him as that, because I think they owe it to their audience to say, this is a threat. This is a bad guy. If the Muslim world doesn't know it, that's because they're not reporting it. I think they're that ubiquitous in the Muslim world.
These people, you know, the whole world, but particularly Arabs, when we always empathize with our own, have been watching Israeli troops, especially in the last year, crashing into civilian districts, okay, in Gaza, in the West Bank. So what they saw was an Israeli army, which is highly technological, right? And the officers are all European looking, you know, like you look, like I look. And these images, unfortunately, in the psyche, in the Arab psyche, are mingling now. And the Israeli soldier and the American soldier become one image. And the Palestinian civilians who are being brutalized somehow blend into the image of this collateral damage, you know, or accidental bombings. And it all becomes one image. And that's disaster for the American side of it in Arab perception.
تفضل يا بوش، شوف هذه المآسي. ترضى بهيك شيء انت؟ ترضى بهيك شيء ظلم؟ انت اكو عندك انسانية؟ اذا عندك انسانية تقدر تشوف طفلة وهي تصيح ماما بابا. وين الانسانية؟ وين الضمير؟ وين الله؟
We know that Al Jazeera has a pattern of playing propaganda over and over and over again. What they do is when there's a bomb goes down, they grab some children and some women and pretend that the bomb hit the women and the children. And it seems to me that it's up to all of us to try to tell the truth, to say what we know, to say what we don't know, and recognize that we're dealing with people that are perfectly willing to lie to the world to attempt to further their case. And to the extent people lie, ultimately they are caught lying and they lose their credibility. And one would think it wouldn't take very long for that to happen dealing with people like this. Thank you.
Of the children.
We wanted to show that any war has a human cost. Okay? We focused on that. There is a human cost, because we care for the Iraqi people. We are not like Rumsfeld, who says we care for the Iraqi people. He doesn't care at all. Okay? We care for them. We are Arabs like them. We are Muslims like them.
Your heart can be with your people. Your soul can be with your people. But as a journalist, your primary duty is to get information.
Absolutely right.
Otherwise, you would be something else. You'd be a soldier or a diplomat.
I know what you mean by professionality. Okay, I am representing my station, but I am also representing my people.
You want to help your people, get information for your people, get news for your people. Yeah, and don't, hey, he's a nice guy, the lieutenant, you know, don't hesitate. Go to him and say, I really appreciate it if you could interview him. He'll get on camera in front of you. You know, but just don't be combative, that's all. Smile and be friendly.
Well, we are facing war here, you know.
I know, but you know what I mean. I'm talking about
Yeah, but you were advising me to smile.
Well, yes, but I meant...
How could I...
No, I don't really mean that.
How could I smile? How could I smile while my people being killed in Iraq, you know?
I was told early this morning that perhaps our troops were captured, and if there is somebody captured, I expect those people to be treated humanely. Bill and then Mike.
Iraqi TV has shown what appear to be American POWs and also what appear to be American dead.
I expect them to be treated, the POWs, I expect to be treated humanely. And just like we're treating the prisoners that we have captured humanely.
I don't understand.
Yes?
I don't understand.
From where you came from America?
From Kansas.
Please. Why do you come?
Because I was told to come here. I just follow orders.
You come to kill Iraqi people?
No, I come to fix broke stuff. And I told to shoot only if I'm shot at. And they shot at me first, so I shoot back. I know what to kill anybody.
What's your name?
Specialist Joseph Hudson, 585-650287.
Where do you come from?
Coming from El Paso, Texas.
من أين أتيت؟ أتيت من تكساس.
Say again?
Why do you come from Texas to Iraq? لماذا جئت من تكساس إلى
I
العراق?
follow orders.
شنو اسمك؟
What's your name? Edgar. What's your name?
Edgar.
سألنا عن اسمه أنكر. From any country?
My name is Edgar from United States. My name is Edgar from the United States.
What's your name?
Sergeant James Riley.
Where do you come from?
Texas.
You come from Texas?
Yes.
How old are you?
30.
Yes? 30 سنة.
إذا مشاهدينا، كانت هذه الصور التي حصلنا عليها من التلفزيون العراقي والتي تظهر عددا من القتلى والأسرى الذين سقطوا في معركة في الضواحي الناصرية في جنوب
Rumsfeld is saying parading the footage of the captives is a violation of the Geneva Convention. What do you call Guantanamo Bay? What do you call the Iraqi soldiers paraded yesterday on American television? What do you call bombing a city without authorization from the UN Security Council? Now there's a Geneva Convention.
The decision by Al Jazeera to broadcast such material is deplorable, and we call on them to desist from future broadcasts of such a nature.
Are we sure about this news? Are we sure? Okay.
There's a lot of pressure, obviously, on Al Jazeera to withdraw those pictures. Were you surprised by the reaction to those photographs?
I think they were understandable. The reactions didn't really surprise me. If you're an American and you're seeing dead Americans, of course it's going to affect you and you're going to have an emotional reaction. But, you know, let the people understand that this is a war and people are dying. It's not a clean war. It's a very messy war. It will continue to get messier.
Your journalists have a position on the war. Are they capable of being objective?
That's a good question, but I asked the same question. I'll answer the question by asking the question.